Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You were running, motherfucker, hot stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker, never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga, boo. I'm an 88 pack nigga, boo. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood, trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Question. We already know the question I'm gonna ask. Everybody wants to know. Deontay Wilder offered $50 million.
It's very kind of him.
Are you guys going to take it? If not, why not?
Well, because we haven't had an offer yet. All we've had is a piece of paper from a guy from Alabama. So let's see a contract. Let's see the proof of funds. Let's see what we have to do and what our obligations are to earn that kind of money. If it's real, we have to look at it, and it's something that's of interest. But if they expect us to make a decision and accept a fight today based on a piece of paper from, as I said, a guy from Alabama, then they're widely mistaken.
First things first, I want to thank you and appreciate the invite that you had me to such a event.
No problem. Thank you for coming, sir.
I appreciate it. Now, Eddie, the last time we spoke and we did an interview, I asked you about the Deontay Wilder and the negotiations, and you said in two different separate occasions you said that you need to see proof of funds. But I saw a video you did with IFL TV, and you said you never asked to see proof of funds. Could you clear up the confusion with that?
No, I haven't seen proof of funds. I haven't asked to see proof of funds. I've just asked some very simple questions, which they've answered, to be fair to them.
Let's see the proof of funds. Let's see the proof of funds. Let's see the proof of funds.
Let's see the proof of funds.
Let's see the proof of funds.
I caught him. I caught him, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I caught him. Get the fuck out of my face.
Hello, world.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Yeah, they're about to be 100 mad. You already know what time it is. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Let's do a quick roll call. My brother George in the building. Eric H, all around strong. Tay-Tay, my sis, good morning. Chris Ray, Jason, Cursor, Rick Blackwell. Queen, salute. Combat Tool Bag. Rod Neal, Thrill Hill. El Padrino, where you been, bro? How you feel? Mansa Musa, what up? Jay Walk, Ring Dragon, how you? Mike Biggs in the building. Boo. The Sensei. Yeah. Listen, if y'all on Twitter, we got the go-ahead. Fitzsimmons, get him. Get him. That was the most disrespectful, condescending article I've ever read. Nobody asked for that boy-headed Peanuts opinion. And he's doing it on Fight Week. And it's not a coincidence that three of our favorite fighters that we support is fighting on a goddamn weekend. It's not a coincidence. They undermine the black dollar and they can't stand their fan base. And they cannot stand that we are here supporting what we support. He identifies with a fucking fighter that looks like him. How many articles did fucking Fitzgerald or Fitzsimmons, whatever the fuck his name is, write an article negative about Tyson Fury? That's okay, we got you. That's okay, we got you. It's involving this man that you're looking at right here. I keep telling y'all, this thing happening with Conor Benn so happens to be the greatest thing that's ever happened. Windsor, what up? Ad Soto, my brother Paul Carrick, salute. Kevin Dunbar, Asante L, Anwar Willis. Cesar, what up, my bro? Sam Mack, Omega Red, my brother. The brothers UK in the building. There he is. MP.
What the fuck?
What's good? Healer, what up? Yusef, what up, bro? Paul Carrick in that super chat. He said, chat check, big brother. Salute, man. I appreciate you. And here comes Big Dog Willie. Khan runs 3.9 in the 40 and has 65-inch vertigo. That's a fact. Amir Khan is the greatest athlete known to man. Hen Dog, Ryan Wright, DB Martha Track, Son of Tank, St. Louis Mix in the building. My brother Cesar in that super chat. He says, supporting the grind. Get him, Drew. We on the job. We on the job. I'm not alone this morning. Kevin Effect, Jeff Spark, Johnny Q, Anthony Jones, what up? Well, let's get started here. Let's get started. All the hostages is in the building. Morning.
Morning. How you doing, Drew?
We're doing splendid, brother. Let's cook. Let's get right into it, man.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, well, the latest findings that I've got, I haven't been asleep, and I've been gathering what I've got. Now, this is what I've come up with, okay? It may change as we go forward, but I just want to give you a chronology of events. When the Eubanks-Benn fight was announced and the negotiations started, Chris Eubanks Sr. voiced his concerns, and he even went to the media with those concerns. I'm getting information that Dr. Usman Sajid saw those concerns and secretly reached out to Chris Eubanks Sr. and said that Conor Benn had popped nearly a year earlier, okay, and that he was certainly taking testosterone and steroids, anabolic steroids, okay, but he'd been popped for the masking agent, and that if this fight goes ahead, that Chris Eubank could ask VADA for a random test, and that would pop Conor Benn again. So Chris Eubank put that in his back pocket and voiced concerns, and then the first threats came in from the Eddie Hearn, Conor Benn, and the trainer, Tony Sims, who's a gangster. His gangster friends started to make threats against Chris Eubanks Sr.
Now stop right there. I want the family to understand. This is the dirty shit that we're talking about. Now we're treading on the dirty shit. So he popped, and just to be clear, now allegedly there were threats made. And salute to Cali Enigma, my brother in that super chat. Much love. He says, salute family and keep grinding. We on the job, baby. And don't miss tonight, Painful Excellence podcast. But so you're saying that allegedly, you got to say allegedly, that there were some threats made to the Eubanks family?
Yeah. Initially, the threats were made to Chris Eubanks Sr., and he was forced to take a step back. But don't forget, his ace in his pocket is that he knows Conor Benn has already popped a year earlier. Now, what happens is the negotiations go forward, and Dr. Usman tells Chris Eubanks Sr. that if he approaches VADA and they do a random drug test on Conor Benn leading up to the fight, he will pop again. So Chris Eubanks stepped back, accepted the threats, and they thought he was going to be quiet. But then what happened was on Chris Eubanks Sr. contacted VADA secretly and said, if you test Conor Benn, he will pop for the same thing as you caught him last year. Around about the 20th of September, VADA conducted a random drug test on Conor Benn, and he popped for the same clonomin or whatever it was that he popped about a year previously. This again was tried to be covered up by Eddie Hearn, and again Chris Eubanks Sr. voiced his concern, and again the threats came to him from the gangsters, and they were more heavy death threats and all of that. Then Chris Eubanks Sr. went to the Daily Mail and dropped the hammer and leaked that Conor Benn had failed a drug test. They still didn't give up, and Eddie Hearns tried to get the belt, the fight, made in Luxembourg, which wouldn't come under the British Board of Boxing control. Now remember, on the 21st of September, when VADA, right, got the positive test from Conor Benn, they immediately notified the British Board of Boxing control, as they're meant to. Although they don't use VADA, they use the UPAD system.
Yeah.
Now, Chris Eubank has played his final ace by going to the police and explaining to the police about the death threats and all this coming from the gangsters. And the police are now looking into this. So now you've got a case where the fight is going to be made. Chris Eubank Sr. doesn't like it. He's warned off. Dr. Usman, who's been dry snitching for the last 12 months, because that's what all those videos were, he's dry snitching, telling everyone that they're all dirty. Usman contacts Chris Eubank Sr. and says, Conor Benn's already popped dirty. If you don't want this fight to go ahead, he will be dirty going into it. Get VADA to randomly test him and he will pop again.
So
Then
Dr. Ooze is the one that did that.
Dr. Usman secretly contacted Chris Eubank Sr. after he read that Eubank Sr. was concerned about the fight in the media right at the beginning. And then he was pushed to one side with the negotiations, Chris Eubank Sr. That he had the ace in his back pocket, that he knew from Dr. Usman that Conor Benn had already popped dirty, and that in the lead up to the fight, if VADA tested him again, he would pop dirty again. So then what happened was Chris Eubank Sr. contacted VADA and said, if you do a random drug test on Conor Benn, he will pop for the same drug as he popped for 12 months ago. And around the 21st of September, VADA tested Conor Benn, and he popped for the same thing as he popped for a year previously. And then they told the British Boxing Board of Control on the 21st of September. Again, they tried to hush it up, and the threats came in. And then Chris Eubank Sr., right, his finale was he contacted the Daily Mail, and they then published that Conor Benn had popped dirty, but they didn't mention the previous one from the year before. But now, with all the threats gone round, Christopher Eubank Sr. and the Eubanks family, right, they've reported it to the police. So here we have organised crime yet again, right in the middle of boxing. Look up Tony Sims, the trainer of boxer Nigel Benn. Right, he's a known gangster. Look up Conor Benn. Nigel Benn, the father, okay, he goes back to the early 90s with gangsters Tony Tucker, Pat Tate. They were best friends, okay. They got murdered in the famous Essex murders, okay, at Rettendon, where three of them got killed with a pump-action shotgun, gang warfare, called the Essex Boys. Now Tony Tucker and Pat Tate, the ones that were murdered, were best friends with Nigel Benn. When Nigel Benn gave up boxing and became a DJ, it was just a front so that Tony Tucker and Pat Tate could sell party drugs. So they would have Nigel Benn do a venue on the DJing, and they would sell all their drugs. So that was just the front operation that Nigel Benn was involved in.
Time out. Whoa. Stormy, do you hear this? Whoa. Wait a minute. Okay, let me take it a step back.
Okay, here we go.
Nigel Benn.
Yes.
Everyone in the chat, and I see y'all in the building, man. Dave, Bruce, I see y'all. I never knew this. All right, Nigel Benn, the guy who beat Gerald McClellan and made him a vegetable pretty much.
Yes.
He retires from boxing.
Yes.
He becomes a DJ.
Yes.
That was a front for illegal activity, and one of his friends, what's his name? Sims?
No, his friends were Tony Tucker and Pat Tate. They were two gangsters who used to sell ecstasy to party goers. So they would have. Shit. So that what they would do is they would use Benn's famous name to be the DJ. Thousands of people would go to these raves, and Tony Tucker and Pat Tate would supply all the ecstasy. And Nigel Benn was just the front for that ecstasy selling ring by Tony Tucker and Pat Tate. What happened was Tony Tucker was holding about $500,000 for a bank robber who was in jail. When he came out of jail, he refused to give him the money back, and so they were lured to a country lane where they were all shot to death, called the Essex Boy Murders in 1996. And these were the best friends of Nigel Benn. So Conor Benn has grown up around organised crime all of his life. He's got no excuses. He knows what's going on. And when we got in this case, it's like the Watergate case in the US. It's not the offence that will get them, it's the attempted cover-up. They've issued death threats to the Eubank family.
Wait, are we talking about Tony Tucker, the boxer?
No, Tony Tucker, the gangster from the UK. Anyone, if you type in Essex Boys Murders, Tony Tucker, Pat Tate, Essex Boys Murders, they made movies about it and everything.
Oh, look. Essex Boys, oh shit, that was a movie in 2013.
Yeah, but you know what gets worse? Conor Benn appeared in a movie called Rise of the Foot Soldier about gangsters, and he played his father, Nigel Benn, in the movie. Rise of the Foot Soldier. Conor Benn played in that movie the role of his father, because his father was the best friends of Pat Tate and Tony Tucker. It's Gangsters Inc. again. Look, listen, Drew, when I came on in April and told you about the Kinahan cartel, everyone laughed at me. But now that's coming true. We're back to the same thing. This is Gangsters Inc.
Oh, shit. I just pulled it up just now. Oh, my God. What the fuck? Hey, yo. Who did the Essex Boys Murders? Jack Arthur Holmes for...
No, it wasn't them. They convicted the wrong people. Right? The actual firm was the Canning Town Boys out the Peacock Gym. Patsy Bolt Eyes Clark gave Tony Tucker $500,000 to hold while he was in jail. He spent the money and then refused to give it back. So a hit squad, right, of David Hunt, Tony Bowers, Martin Bowers, the boxing coach, and Steve Clark murdered Tony Tucker in the Essex Boys murder. Okay? Right? They got away with it. The gunman was Tony Bowers. I know all this crew. I've got no evidence to back it up, but that is my own personal theory. But what we're talking about is beyond any doubt whatsoever. Nigel Benn is a connected, organised criminal, or has been all his life. Conor Benn has grown up in that world. Conor Benn has popped twice in the last 12 months. Dr. Usman contacted Eubank Senior and told him, okay, Eubank Senior gets death threats, but goes through and tells Varda to test Conor Benn. They do, he pops again, and then Chris Eubanks and maybe even Dr. Usman leak it to the Daily Mail. Right, it's also been reported to the police of the death threats, and they're investigating.
Salute to Mr. Black in that super chat. He said, "What it do, Drew? Whoa, I tap in, and our hostage is giving us a history lesson of epic proportion this morning. He sure is, man. I would have never thought. Nigel, I didn't know. I never heard of the Essex murders. I never heard it because, like I said, that's something that we over here, we don't know. We didn't, like I said, we didn't know what the fuck a Daniel Kinahan was until Tyson Fury shouted him out. And you don't hear his name on our news or anywhere. But I was texting George just a little while ago. The information is out there. We just don't know to look for it. You understand? There's plenty of coverage on Daniel Kinahan online, but on American media, we don't know. I would have never known that Nigel Benn is connected to these guys at all. But now here we are some 30 plus years later, and we're looking back at what happened with Gerald McClellan. Yeah, I understand. Y'all go back and watch the fight when Nigel Benn fought him. Gerald McClellan had him gone, man. He was out the fucking ring damn near. He was out of the ring. The fight was pretty much over, but he rebounded kind of fast, didn't he? Sort of like he was on some bullshit. You understand? And now the G-Man can't see, he can't talk. You understand? And now we're finding out this dude was disconnected. What are the odds that he might have been on some shit back then? That he can get up off the floor and finish the fight like he did. Like how Tyson Fury gets off the floor after getting slept. Come on,
exactly.
man.
No, exactly. And also, I want to get the names out there so people on the inside know that I'm telling the truth. A lot of the stuff about Nigel Benn, I knew about in the 90s because I knew a diamond dealer called Jason Carr who used to sell jewellery to Nigel Benn. And he'd go up his big house in Penn and he'd sell him very valuable diamond jewellery. And so I got the gossip and that off of him back in the 90s. So this is not a secret. But because of what's happened with Conor Benn recently, we need to look back at the history. And the dangerous thing is that death threats have been made against the Eubank family to shut up and keep their mouth shut and stay out of this because Drew, although Chris Eubank Jr. was going to get $4 million for the fight, okay, it's the amount of gambling that was going to be put on this fight in South Asia, Kinahan Cartel, all of those kind of people, right? They were going to put lots of money and there would have been millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars would have been gone on this fight, okay? Although it's not a big fight in the US, it's a big fight in the UK and also in the Middle East and Asia. And there would have been tens of millions of dollars put on this fight. And so that's why, right, they wanted to keep it going and do anything they could. Okay, now if Benn had gone in there and he'd have destroyed Eubanks Jr., possibly like Gerald McClellan or Michael Watson or anyone like that, okay, they would have got good odds and would have got millions of dollars. And that's why death threats were issued to the Eubank family. Personally, Drew, the conduct of Christopher Eubanks Senior in this whole affair, for me, puts him up. He should be Father of the Year 2022. He saved his son's life by going out on a limb and refusing to be bullied and threatened by gangsters. Okay, when he leaked the story, Chris Eubank deserves a medal the size of a frying pan. Chris Eubank is an absolute gentleman and an honourable man. He should be Father of the Year 2022.
I could dig it, man. This whole thing stunk. Leading up to the fight, I never covered it. I never did a video about who I thought I would win. I never like just said, "Oh man, this fight's signed. This is what I think," and I never said anything because it seemed strange. But I didn't want to be the one saying, "Oh well, speculation," because they think we're just all conspiracy theorists over here. And then this guy starts popping, And now I said, you know, I was right. But what I was saying was, this is all connected. All right. And the beauty about this is we have a lot of people that play the national thing. It's America versus UK. If you want to play that for fun, like for instance, if one of the best is in the UK and one of the best is over here in the States, then they should fight. And that's as far as it goes for me. But with this was strange. When this happened, in our chats and in our comment sections, you see, Americans pop all the time. Yes, and when they pop, what do we say? When Big Baby popped, I said, damn, man, 3 different things in your system. I wanted you to beat AJ's ass, but I didn't want you to kill him. What the fuck are you doing, man? You know? And I told him to his face. I said, bro, come on, man. We from New York. I was already rooting for you. And he looked me in the eye. He said, yeah, I know. I fucked up. I said, I got it, though. Next time, I got it. I'm good. I said, all right. I shook his hand. We took a picture. He knew he fucked up. The problem I have with this shit here is whenever it's happening over there, it's like, yo, no harm, no foul. We see nothing to see here. Y'all do it too. No. And what's brilliant about this is that these were 2 British fighters, 2 black British fighters. And guess who's involved again? Eddie fucking Hearn. So this is great because we have nothing to do. We had no horse in this race. We had actually people here in America saying, hey, man, you know, they're talking this fight up. This might be something fun to watch. Let's see. And what I'm saying is Eddie Hearn again let people down. And he knew he popped a month ago. There was people up till Friday in salute to Southern T Boxing. He's the betting guru here. And he was like telling people how to bet and everything else up until I believe that Thursday or Friday. So you mean to tell me that these motherfuckers popped and the fight was in jeopardy a month ago already? And you got people spending money and shit? So here we go, Eddie Hearn again. And surprise, we have nothing to do with this. We just watching. I made a comparison just yesterday. This is like Vitaly Klitschko beats Derek Chisora. Now there's a post fight. And Derek is salty and he's still talking his shit. Vitaly's sitting there. In walks David Hay. So now the 2 British fighters, you know, he gloused me. So now they fighting. And I look at Vitaly. He's standing there with his hands in his pockets and his tracksuit smiling. We're Vitaly Klitschko in this shit. We're just standing there smiling. Like, what the fuck? That's what we are in this. We have no horse in the race. We wasn't rooting for one over to the other. I said, yo, this shit looks strange, man. And then I see this motherfucker deadlifting 400 or 500 pounds. What the fuck does deadlifting have to do with boxing training? Why is he doing that? When he did that shit, I said, uh-oh. And then I said, wait a minute. His dad is Nigel Benn, and he fucking got up like the Undertaker in wrestling. And not only did he finish the fight against Gerald McClellan, he made him a goddamn vegetable. And I was watching that in the 90s, and it was strange back then. So here we are. Here's his son. He's gaining. Matter of fact, I saw an article said he was 5 pounds above the contracted weight, which was 157. So I said, what the fuck? He's 5 pounds over the weight? So let me get this straight. In about 3 months, he gained 15 pounds of rip. You can't do it. That is impossible without help. But I didn't say anything. And then look at all this shit that happened. So now Dr. Ooze is dry snitching on people. I wonder why he's doing that.
Well, I mean, he did start. Can I just make one point, Drew, to make it even worse about Eddie Hearn? Not only did he know about Conor Benn popping a month ago, he knew about Conor Benn popping over a year ago. The first time he popped, and it was before a fight with someone beginning with P. That Conor Benn fought someone beginning with P. That's when he was starting to take the anabolic steroids and testosterone over a year ago, and he popped dirty, and then he didn't try to enter his name on the WBC list. That then changed, and he became number 15 on their list, and he's now popped again. It gets worse, Drew. Eddie Hearn knew he popped a year ago, and he knew he popped a month ago, but only spoke about it last Thursday. They are rotten to the core.
Oh my God, what's the atmosphere like? Because I know once when Eddie Hearn, about 5 years ago now, when he first hit the scene, he had a fan base. This was the first time I saw an actual promoter have a fan base. And I always said the British fans, credit to them, the British boxing fans are some of the greatest fans in the world as far as support goes. But what I can't stand is the unconditional love that they have, regardless by hook or by crook, as we say over here. And Eddie Hearn has proven to be a liar, and now he's proven to be a cheater. Definitely now. Definitely. We saw it with the Dillian White, with the Oscar Rivas and Dillian White shit. When he popped dirty, we're still looking for the B sample. It hasn't shown up. He drank the shit. And then the gloves during Oscar Rivas. And it's like nothing to see here. So on one hand, British fans are great. The other hand, I'm looking at them like, yo, y'all don't want to call out this bullshit when you see it. So what I want to know is, what's the atmosphere now that he done fucked off this fight, and now we're finding out that Conor Benn not only popped this weekend, but he popped last year? I mean, what are they saying about Eddie Hearn now?
Well, no, listen, you have to understand it's their PR machine. British boxing fans despise Eddie Hearn, okay? And everything he stands for, they look at him as a rich kid, spoilt brat, been given the keys to the kingdom by his multi-millionaire dad, Barry Hearn. Okay, Brew? Right, but they've got a PR machine, right, which said that Eddie Hearn has got lots of fans. They said he's very popular and all this. It's a load of nonsense. Your average boxing fan despises Eddie Hearn, not least because he's a rich, spoiled brat who's never had to lift a finger in all his life. He's had it all handed to him on a plate, like Daniel Kinahan, and like Daniel Kinahan, he's going to fly too close to the sun like Icarus, and he will crash to the ground. And this may be what it's going to be.
Let me ask you a question. So he popped last year.
Yeah. Before a fight with someone called Petro Sosa, begins with P. He had a fight last November or last October, Conor Benn, with someone called Pedro something, I don't know what it is. Yeah, and then that guy, the Dutch guy, in April this year, have you seen him? He's going crazy all over the media. He's saying,
I need to talk to this guy.
Yeah, he will. He'll talk to you. He's been on loads of podcasts. Like Van something, his name is. Right?
Chris Van Heerden.
Yeah, he's a South African. He lives in Los Angeles. He's been all over the media, right? Because Conor Benn, right, hit him so hard, right? He said, I don't know where on earth he got that from. And he was high on this same stuff, right, in the fight against him. So what would he have done to Eubank Jr. when Eubank Jr. had to come down all that way? I'll tell you what we've prevented here, hold
on. Yo,
sorry.
Say you in Parkchester? Yo, I'm gonna call you. Dogs, you are like literally 10 minutes from me. You in I'll be through there today, working. I'll be through there today. I'm gonna holler at you, Tay, for real. He in Parkchester, Tay in the Bronx. Yes, sir. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna find out his social media. I'm gonna hit up Trick Nolte. We're gonna get Chris Van Heerden. We're gonna get him on the show. Him on the show.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, this is a scandal upon a scandal upon a scandal, because we've got Eddie Hearn has known about this since last year. Okay, the fight he had in April was another terrible fight because Conor Benn was high on drugs. And then what happened is when Eubank Sr. raised the issue and was concerned about the catch weight and the health of his son, that's when Dr. Usman contacted Eubank Sr. and said, listen, Conor Benn popped last year, he's not high on these drugs, and if your boy goes in the ring with him, he could die. And that's when Chris Eubank Sr. decided to drop the hammer and blow the whistle. But then he got death threats from all these gangsters, though, Drew. And now the police are looking at it. So literally, Eddie Hearn, the best possible way he comes out of this is if he loses his boxing promoter's license. The worst way is he goes to prison. He goes to jail, right? Because he's part of this conspiracy. And you know what threats are like? You know, he gave the nod, Eddie Hearn. And so all these gangsters making threats against the Eubank family, it originates from Eddie Hearn and Conor Benn and Tony Sims. And then there's another man who begins with a K. Quite powerful man. He's involved as well. Is he a promoter or something? Begins with K. Is it something on their team, the Eddie Hearn team? Begins with K.
He's a promoter, you say?
I don't know. Is it? You know me, what I'm like with names, Drew. I'll get it all, but I can get the letter, but I can never pronounce the names. It always goes wrong. But if you check on the team, Eddie Hearn, Conor Benn, Tony Sims, and then there's someone else. It's begins with K.
Let me see if I can.
Someone will tell me in the chat, wouldn't they? You know what I'm like. But again, this is like Kinahan revisited, isn't it? When we spoke in April and everyone laughed at us, and now it's coming true, and now we've got another one like Daniel Kinahan, Eddie Hearn.
Let me see. Eddie Hearn, Frank Smith, Ross Garrity, Sean Palmer, John Hill, Kevin Rooney, Scott Hamilton, Anthony Lever, Daniel Bernard.
It's like a foreign name, Camabos or someone like that. Would it be someone who worked at Zen?
Begins with a K?
Yeah. Sorry.
He got some bitches on his team, too.
Yeah, but also you got to remember, Drew, that Eddie Hearn will disappear very soon. He's going to go to the Middle East with Dazen, and they're going to be putting on fights all over the Middle East. And so we don't care about the UK, right, or America very much now.
Chesamane said Cali, K-A-L-L-E.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, Cali, that's it. I think that might be it. Yeah, Cali. What's Cali? Who's Cali?
What's the first name, Chesamane? What's the first name?
Yeah, Tony Gilmartin's confirmed it. Calais, that's it, Calais.
Calais, okay. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother Mike Biggs.
Y'all subscribed ages ago. I subscribed to them all.
Sauerland?
That's it. Yes, that's it. Well done, Henry. You're a gentleman.
Yeah, let me Google this name real quick. Man, this is some repugnant shit right here. Look, came right up. Boxing promoter.
Right.
Yeah, this him.
Well, he's part of the conspiracy. Eddie Hearn, this Calais Sutherland, Conor Benn, Tony Sims, a gangster, and the death threats to the Eubank family, they are responsible for it. Okay?
Oh, shit.
So listen, and the police are involved now. They're investigating. So
now they're investigating them exactly. Okay, the investigators started when?
I don't know, but all I know is that Chris Eubank has contacted the police over the death threats that he has been receiving, and Dr. Usman's gone into hiding.
Oh shit! Okay, look, Dr. Usman's gone into hiding, so he's dry snitch, and now you can't find him. But Tyson Fury said he still supports him.
Yeah, and he says he's going to be in his corner on December the 3rd at the Chisora fight. But personally, like, I don't believe that Tyson Fury will ever box again. And I know it might be outrageous to say it, but I believe that we will never see Tyson Fury in a professional boxing ring ever again.
Really?
Circumstances, yeah. If VADA did a test on Tyson Fury today, he would fail it. Not least for the cocaine he's been taking. I mean, listen, look, this is not speculation, Drew. Anyone who looks at the Gareth A. Davis interview 10 days ago could see clearly that Tyson Fury was under the influence of cocaine. Like,
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh, dear. Oh, no.
Wait a minute. Let me see if... Hold on. I got to take something out. I gotta take something out to put something in. I got so many slides here. Let me move this. Let me move this shit here. Hold on. You said the where's that? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, Gareth A. Davis interview when he's got that ridiculous Joker suit on from Batman, right? And he's there with no shirt on, and his chin's going, his mouth's chewing, and all the clear signs, sweating of taking cocaine. And then last weekend, Tyson Fury does another interview, and he's completely sober. He's not under the influence of any drugs. And if you compare the two, right, it's like apples and oranges. It's unbelievable. So I know that if he gets tested now randomly by VADA, right, he will certainly pop. I personally believe that Tyson Fury's career is over. Well, I might be wrong, but I just think that he's on a collision course.
So, oh wow, that's a strong statement. They have an alleged date for him in Chisora 3.
Yeah, that
makes no sense.
Hasn't been signed. Yeah, it hasn't been signed yet, but they're saying December the 3rd in Cardiff. Right, but how on earth can Tyson Fury be allowed to fight when he's clearly on cocaine 10 days ago? I mean, it's an absurd situation.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that dude was definitely high. I'm trying to find a clip because I have the clip.
Yeah, you don't want the black and white one. You want the actual one in colour. That's the one you want. You should just go online and say Gareth A. Davis, Tyson Fury interview. And it should come up. It should be on YouTube. It was everywhere.
Yeah, fuck it. Let me get it. Now, I'm going to get the real one, not the one that I edited. The one I edited was brilliant, though.
No, it was brilliant. But if you want the colour version, I mean, that one is clearly, anyone who's never had any contact with any kind of drugs, right, would say that man is on cocaine.
All right.
And whilst cocaine may not be detectable, okay, but his continued use of it obviously will be. And whilst when people say
they give me a hard time finding it. This is ridiculous.
Maybe they've memory hold it, you see. They hide things, don't they? Can you imagine if that was Deontay Wilder standing there high on cocaine? Right, it will be headline news. It'll be in Times Square on the big billboards everywhere.
Yeah, sure would.
Of course it would.
They got everything here but the one that from 10 days ago.
Of course.
That should be the earliest one, man. Come on now. Nah.
It was at a fight. I don't know what fight it was. What fight happened about 2 weeks ago? And then Gareth A. Davis is interviewing Tyson Fury. And he's clearly on cocaine. Everyone who's seen it is universally agrees. He's under the influence.
This is crazy.
Of course. Again, of course you can't. Of course you can't.
People in the chat, please, if you're at your desktop, try and find it. The first thing that pops up when I put Tyson Fury interview, you would think it'd be the latest one. The first one that pops up is an interview he did with ESPN 3 years ago. The second one was 4 years ago when he was at the fucking Breakfast Club. Why the fuck? Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Why don't you put in Tyson Fury interview Gareth A. Davis? Right, put Gareth A. Davis at the end of it. Tyson Fury interview Gareth A. Davis. And then click on that. Because it was everywhere. Yeah, it was after the Joe Joyce fight.
Yeah, 3 months ago. That's the one that pops up in the goddamn algorithm.
No, it's the Joe Joyce fight.
No, I'm saying, okay, I put in a interview
with Gareth Davis, Joe Joyce fight. Put Joe Joyce fight at the end. Thank you in the chat. That's what I love about this. His family and everyone else each other, don't they? We get there in the end.
Yeah, but it's not the one that we're looking for. I see him there, but it's not the one we're looking for.
It was all over Twitter and everything.
Yeah.
Talk Sport. That's it. That's where it is. Here, Drew, it's at Talk Sport. I remember it. Go to Talk Sport. Talk Sport, Tyson Fury interview, Gareth A. Davis, Joe Joyce fight. Talk Sport. Thank you, Tony. And if it won't come up, then you know that then they've made sure it's been memory hold. I know where you can get it, but it might be a bit of work. On that way back in time machine. Have you ever used that, Drew?
No.
There's a thing you can go on the internet called Way Back in Time Machine, and it records everything on the internet, okay, even if it's been deleted.
Yo, this was like the latest thing. It wasn't even that long ago. Why the fuck is this difficult to find?
It's on Talk Sport. I remember it. I had it on my Twitter. Straight to the thing. Let me see if it's still there, shall I? Let me see. Okay, Talk Sport it was. Oh, blimey, I'm going to have to go right the way down. It was a long time, 10 days ago, wasn't it? When was the Joe Joyce fight? What date was that? It was at the Joe Joyce fight. So just after that, it was released by Gareth A. Davis. Maybe it's on his website. Go to Gareth A. Davis, because he always has all them interviews on his, on his social media. So maybe it's still on there. If it's not on there, well, then you know that there's, they try to hide it.
Jesus Christ. Fucker was just up here, man.
I'm scrolling down to see if I can see it.
Yeah, I could pull up 30 different things with Deontay Wilder, and 98% of it is bullshit. But here, wow. Oh, you sent it on the gram? Okay.
What, someone sent it to you, have they?
Yup. Yeah, I got it. There you go. I had to fucking thank you. It's on TalkSport on YouTube. Here we go.
There you go. See?
Salute to Ryan Wright in that super chat. He said IFL TV. Thank you. We got it.
Unbelievable. This is.
Yep. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you, chat. Much love and appreciation to y'all, man. Here we go. I need y'all to look at this guy. They're gonna make me edit this shit out, but fuck it. I need y'all to look at this guy.
Final question for you. You've said that you want the deal with AJ to be done by the end of Monday.
Monday is the deadline. If they don't sign the contract by Monday, he's out the window.
Look at this motherfucker. Bro, come on, son. Look at this guy.
It's called cocaine jaw. I think they call it in the drug world. Cocaine.
We call it Bobby Brown jaw over here.
Okay.
It's fucked up. But it's true.
Final question for you. You've said that you want the deal with AJ to be done by the end of Monday.
Monday is the deadline. If they don't sign the contract by Monday, he's out the window, and he'll be exposed for the he is.
Wow.
Now, if I was a member of VADA or the British Board of Boxing Control, I would have immediately demanded a random drug test. Would you not?
Exactly. Come on, son. What? Now, why are we talking about Fury? How are we linking Fury with Conor Benn's bullshit? It's all connected.
No, one word. No, Drew, I'll tell you how you connect them. It's called Dr. Usman Sajid.
Yeah, it's all connected. Look. Let me help y'all out. Bam. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. He was just on here saying if you get caught, if you pop in England, this was the exact words. If you pop in England, you're an idiot. Let me find exactly what was said. He said, I say 80 to 90% of juicing. If you're an elite level boxer, yeah, 80 to 90% are doing it from what I'm seeing. It's not just steroids. You've got IV fluid infusion. You've got diuretics. you've got growth hormones, you've got testosterone replacements. In terms of excuses, I don't really believe them. Athletes know what's going to happen if they fail. They'll tell their nutritionist, they'll tell their doctor, their strength and conditioning coach, so someone will pull them up and say, don't take that. A lot of times, how the drug testing system works, all of the fights in the UK, it's all urine testing. You have to be an idiot to fail a drug test in England because urine tests are just 72 hours. The one that trips up a lot of athletes is if you sign up to a random drug testing, OSDT, y'all. Okay, they will have a thing where they can track you where they can track you where you are, and they can turn up at your house whenever and they can turn up at your house whenever. Forgive me, I'm reading it how he's speaking. They can turn up at your house whenever and blood test you. This is OSDT, y'all. That's what he says. Fucks them off. He said with a blood test, things stay in your system for a month. So he's saying basically UCAT just does piss tests and only stays in your system for 72 hours. He said, however, you can get around the random drug testing because between the hours of 11 p.m. and 7 a.m., they're not allowed to come to your house. A lot of athletes can take a very fast-acting testosterone or growth hormones, which stays in your body for 9 to 10 hours. You could take it at 9 or 10 p.m., and it will be out of your system by 7 a.m. the next morning. There's a lot of tricks, especially when you get to the higher level, the elite level. They'll find every possible way of winning. Dr. Usman Sahad, 2021, he said this, family. 2020 fucking one. Uncle Pecos.
Whoa! Yeah, it's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it?
What? There you see him there with Tommy Fury.
What is the logo? Drew, what is the logo on Dr. Uzi's shirt?
Yep, MTK Global!
Take that!
The Gypsy King on the other side of his titty.
Drew, can I make another exclusive one? It's one I'm working on now. Right now, who was there before Dr. Usman? Do you know someone called Benn Davidson? Davidson. Right, listen. Now, Benn Davidson, he's a nutritionist. Unofficially, he's in charge of the Kinahan cartel steroids operation. And he provides steroids to all the MTK boxers, 300 of them, and other boxers within the industry. Benn Davidson was the biggest steroid provider for hundreds of boxers. When the Kinahan stuff broke, he took a backward step, and Dr. Usman was pushed forward to replace him. And Usman has been providing the steroids and testosterone. But Benn Davidson has never been a nutritionist. He is a peddler of testosterone and steroids. He supplied the 300 boxers for MTK plus other boxers all over the world. And the cover was, he's a nutritionist. Now that will be coming out very soon. And Benn Davidson, as we know, is banned from the US. So he was, he's on the no-fly list. And he was, now you got to remember that the Kinahans were earning millions of dollars out of illegal steroids as well.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
You know who Ben Davidson is? Look in the back right here. This is Ben Davidson right here. Look.
Tyson Fury being spoken to by Ben Davidson. And there's the moment. The pre-fight kiss. I have never, ever seen that before.
Yeah, the guy in the back. That was him.
Right, so that's the next shoe to drop in that respect, that Ben Davidson will be exposed as a huge steroid supplier to hundreds and hundreds of boxers. And then Dr. Usman was meant to take over, when Ben Davison was in the limelight too much. But now Dr. Usman has blown the whistle and gone into hiding.
So you saying that the probability of Tyson Fury, in your opinion, this is just your opinion.
Yeah.
You say that the Chisora rubber match might not take place.
I very, very much doubt it, Drew. And again, another question I want to put to you as well is, why is Tyson Fury so desperate to have a fight? Could his assets have been frozen under investigation and he might need some cash, like Bud Crawford? Could there be something like that behind the scenes? Does Tyson Fury need some money? I don't know. And then we'll find out.
It seems odd because one minute he's fighting AJ for free, then the next minute prior to that he was retired, and now he's fighting Chisora a third time. Like anyone's checking for that.
Exactly. And then we'll know by the way the purse is split and how much money they're going to get. And don't forget, you see, Tyson Fury went round the UK in the summer at these events because it was all cash and he was dragging cash in. We don't know, but he might have had his money frozen for the last 6 months. What happened to the Dillian White purse, 20 million? That may have been frozen. We don't know. I'm just saying, with Bud Crawford, we didn't know, right? But now we do know.
Oh, shit.
It just makes me wonder, why is Fury so eager to have a fight as soon as possible? Does he need a cash payday or something? I mean, we don't know. But personally, I don't think that he
was just talking about how his wife ain't want him to fight anymore after the Wilder fight, and he was done with it.
Well, with the greatest of respect to his wife, she's more like Camilla Soprano. You know, in the film, in the TV series, Tony Soprano's wife, Camilla, Carmela Soprano. That is what Paris Fury is. So she's a dutiful wife, right? But she's very submissive, obviously, okay? And he is rather misogynistic. And you've got to remember as well, which I know doesn't go down too well, but Tyson Fury over the years has been an active member of the Kinahan cartel. So the only way he can get around that is by promising to testify against the Kinahans. And that has caused a huge row between Peter Fury, John Fury and Tyson Fury. And there's been a huge falling out because they're worried that Tyson Fury and John Fury are going to testify against the Kinahans in order to get back in the US. Honestly, this is a Game of Thrones. You won't believe a winter is coming.
You know, this is dirty play, man, but everything's fair in war. You think they could, you know, when shit hits the fan for real, you think they could throw his wife on the stand? I mean, or is she that? Does she ride that hard? Does she be like, yeah, I don't know why you put me on the stand. I ain't gonna say shit.
I've always said though, Drew, when this actually blows, we're going to see huge amount of people arrested and questioned under caution about what they know about the Kinahans, including everyone who's taken gifts off the Kinahans of very expensive watches, free accommodation, holidays, motor vehicles, all of those things the Kinahans have been giving out, okay, like confetti over the last few years, will have to be paid back. Right, it's under the Proceeds of Crime Act in the UK and under the US law as well. Any money that's come from a drugs cartel or criminal source has to be paid back.
So he might go broke if that's the case, right?
Well, listen, I really don't. I mean, you know, I think that might be the least of his problems, Drew. He's got a big decision to make. He either cooperates with the authorities against the Kinahans and gets immunity, moves to the US and carries on his career, or he could face possible criminal charges and his career is definitely over.
Hey, Trill Will, what's the Bible scripture that Deontay said? Somebody post that scripture, because this is all where it's going. See what I'm saying? This is all where it's going. And this came out based off of something that happened with Conor Benn. And we weren't even thinking about Fury, you know, with the Conor Benn shit. We were just like, what the fuck's going on? And then this fucking picture comes out. I said, oh shit. So somebody please post what Deontay said last year. Okay? Paying shit back tenfold. You see what I mean? And we had nothing to do with this. Remember what I said, family? Sometimes you don't even have to say a word. Just sit back and just watch the smoke. Just sit back. And this is what we're seeing. We ain't had nothing to do with this. And look what came out. We have nothing to do with this. Nothing. Fuck.
Oh, yeah, and just one more thing I wanted to say. That Eddie Hearn refers to Deontay Wilder as some guy from Alabama. Well, I refer to Deontay Wilder as the future senator from Alabama. That is a much more appropriate way to describe Deontay Wilder, in my opinion.
Yeah, Deontay, man, he's loved, man. And you see, that's what this attack is about, man. That's what this attack is about, man. I just did a video, man. I knew about this article, and I try not to read negative, but Tay called me. I was in the gym last night, and he called me. He said, "Did you read the article, bro?" I said, "Nah." And he said, "Man, that shit was so disrespectful." And I said, "All right, when I get out of here, I'm gonna read it." I came home, I read it, and I got enraged because if you read it, it is so condescending, and you could read that, you could feel the hatred.
Was that from Boxing Trend?
It was from who's this fool?
Boxing Trend, I think it was. Tay left a comment saying you won't be getting any more interviews.
Yeah, some guy named Lyle Fitzsimmons, and he wrote it in the boxing scene. It is the most
boxing scene.
I've never seen an article written about a fighter that was so condescending, that was so I could hear, I don't even know how this dude's voice sounds, but I could hear him saying, yeah, after he got whacked by Fury, and he used words like whacked and shellacked, things like that in the article. And this is your American former heavyweight champion. And I was wondering, I said, I want to know, has he ever written an article like that in reference to any fighter? Okay, has he ever written an article like that? All right, he referred to the fucking Obama administration. He said last time he defended the green belt, was it was during the Obama administration. I'm like, what the fuck was you, what kind of joke are you trying to make right here? You have to read it. It is so disrespectful. Even from the title, it says, welcome back, but you're not a Hall of Famer. Why would you fucking say that? You put that out on a fight week. Why the fuck would you even say that this week? Why would you say that?
Yeah, but Drew, listen, I want to remind you of something. There was another man in history, okay, who got the same treatment, the same way he was disrespected, okay, and his name was Jesus Christ. So I think Deontay Wilder is in very good company, and so to be honest with you, I believe that there's a mission, and I believe the best of Deontay Wilder is going to come in the future when, as I said before, I want him to run for office, for a councilman, then a congressman, and then a senator. And that's what I believe is the reason why Deontay Wilder has faced such adversity. It's preparing him for the role that he has going forward.
Yeah, I agree. And for those that heard that and laughed, look at Manny Pacquiao. His country loves him unconditionally. All right? And I will never... I said a lot of bad things about, they're not bad things. I said a lot of honest and truthful things about Manny Pacquiao. Him ducking the Floyd fight and partnering up with Bob Arum and not telling Bob Arum to make the fight. But that was as it pertains to boxing. And his alleged drug use, he was never caught. But once OSDT became popular, his knockout stopped. Now, I ripped him on boxing, but what I'll never talk about is his love for his country and his people and how his people love him. And he tried to give back. He didn't win whatever Senate race he had over there. He didn't win it. But the fact is he tried. So that's a great thing. Deontay Wilder, and see, that's what I'm saying. It was so disrespectful for this Fitzsimmons-ass clown to Fitzgerald, whatever the fuck his name is, Fitzsimmons, whatever, for him to put that out. He also said in that article, if you didn't know Deontay Wilder was fighting this weekend, it's okay. because George Kambosos is fighting Devin Haney, and that needed more light anyway. And I'm like, whoa. How many articles did he write in reference to Devin Haney, the American fighter? How George Kambosos waited till the 11th hour to keep his entire team out of Australia. Did you write any article saying, yo, George, that's not right? I want to know what he wrote. But now he's putting Devin Haney ahead of Deontay Wilder, saying that if you didn't know he was fighting this week, that's okay. Everyone knows he's fighting. We got to dig around to find time to watch Devin beat Kambosos' ass. And then in the same breath, we got to find time to watch Clarissa Shields beat Savannah Marshall's ass. All in the same night. You think that the three of our favorite fighters are fighting in the same night? Y'all think that shit was a mistake? It's not a mistake. They are undermining our support and undermining our buying power. And then this bald-headed motherfucker disrespecting the people's champ. The timing. If y'all don't see the play, when I say these motherfuckers are on code, if y'all don't see the play, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. This is blatant in your face. And then when I tell these monkeys, yo, look, it's deeper than boxing. Y'all don't even know enough boxing to understand why we fucks with Deontay. But the fact that y'all are ignoring what old media is doing, you fucking monkeys.
Well, no, Drew, it's called covert racism. They're not allowed to do it in public, so they do it covertly. Can you scroll up to Bruce Gash, boxing, jazz and more? He's got the Psalm 144 that Deontay has on his hand. Read it. That's the one. Yeah, that's it there. Yeah, that is.
The Lord, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Psalms 144. He has that on his hands. Now, this is a Christian man from the South. Joseph Townsend in the building. Christian man from the South. He was the only boxer to get a medal when he was in the Olympics. Nobody else got one. But they focused on the fact that it's fucking bronze. So he took that, went pro. He's boxing for a noble reason, not even for himself. He's doing it for his daughter. And look at all the blessings he's gotten. And nobody fucking talks about that. But they will accept this coke-sniffing, giant, cheating drug addict over here, over your American champion. 10 title defenses. This motherfucker's saying, yo, in my book, he's not a Hall of Famer. Fuck you in your book, motherfucker. I'll take that book and whack you upside your head with it. Please be in Brooklyn, Lyle. I have questions. Yo, listen. Y'all remember this? What's this? If I see this motherfucker, this will be in my pocket. If I see this motherfucker, play the Rambo theme, because I'll be putting this fucker on. Do not run from me like Fat Dan. You should have saw Fat Dan Raphael wobbling. That motherfucker accelerated. He went from snail to jackrabbit. Oh God, here comes Drew, tighten up. I said, yo, I don't even know what I was going to say to that fat fuck. It was going to be something. I wasn't going to hit you. I ain't trying to go to jail, stupid. It's the dude that was on his right, came up right. Come on, man. I said, oh, you're security. He's security. I said, bro, I just want to. I said, man, all right, go ahead, man. I wasn't going to do nothing. I had a question. Yo, I didn't even know what I was going to say. He accelerated. He saw me coming. Lyle, please be in Brooklyn. I got questions, dogs. I got questions. All about this article. I got questions. And I'm telling you, I'm on record. I don't fucking like you based off of what you wrote. Based off the timing. But I want you to justify what you're writing. You talk about Hall of Fame. He made reference to Deontay never made a top 10 in Ring Magazine. Motherfuck Ring Magazine. Owned by who now? Another coke sniffer. And seat sniffer. In Oscar De La Hoya. You want to talk about it? Let's go. Ring Magazine put Ronda Rousey on the cover. Done. Ring Magazine struggles to put Devin Haney on it. 4-belt era. He has all 4 of them. He won them. But they have no problem putting Lomachenko 5 or 6 or 7. He has no belt. He's not a draw. And we have another franchise status because of him. Y'all don't want to talk about that, but he's always on the list. Cool boy Steph. Y'all throw him on the list, and if you do, it's down here. Jermell Charlo, another undisputed champion. Is he on the list? No. You throw Bivol up there, though. Y'all don't ask why Bivol and Better B have never fought each other. Y'all don't ask those questions. But you want us, black fighters, jumping up different weight classes, doing the impossible. Triple G tried to come to 168. Andre Ward said, stop, I will bust your ass. He took his ass right back. He stayed at 160. Then he tried to do it again for Chavez Jr. He said, I told your monkey ass. You come up here, you fight me, I'm going to fuck you up. Little G, we didn't name him. Andre Ward named him. And what did the public say? Stop bullying a smaller guy. Go up and fight the Crusher. Dre said, okay. He went to 175. He beat what's the fucker's name? What's the guy? The black Cuban dude, or Dominican dude. He beat him. Then he fought the Crusher twice. Y'all said he was cheating in the first one, or Kovalev got robbed in the first one. Fine, he did it again. Then he stopped him. And y'all had nothing but excuses. See, y'all like having excuses, but y'all on the losing end of shit. Oh shit, y'all mad? Y'all mad? Stay mad. Time reveals all truth, and the lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. Mr. Fitzsimmons, Lyle, whatever the fuck you call yourself, I got questions, buddy. I'll invite you to the Stronghouse. I got questions. I'm telling you, I don't fucking like you, but I'll be respectful. I don't fucking like you. Off the bat, I think you're a racist. I want to check your work. I want to know how hard did you go in on any of these fighters for not doing the right thing. And in the last 3 years, we've seen a lot of bullshit. I've never seen anyone go hard like that. And your article was condescending. It was disrespectful. And it was just flat out wrong. And you did it on a fight week. I want to know how many did you go at George Cambozo for doing what he did? They waited till the week of the fight to say, oh yeah, guess what? Y'all criminals, yo, you can't come, you can't come, you can't come. Who did you pick to win that fight? Because I don't know, I'm asking. Did you pick Devin to win? How about this? Fuck all that. Did you root for Devin? Did you stand on your square saying, yeah, I'm rooting for the American, but I don't know? Did you even say that? Or were you just being impartial? Because this wasn't an impartial article. This was hate. And y'all wonder why Deontay doesn't fuck with old media. Y'all wonder why he sat there in silence and didn't talk to you motherfuckers. You mad at us? Because CC78 and Black, they're in the brother house. They're not invited. Because you's a bitch. But I will give you an opportunity to get your get back. I'll let you right here on this platform. It'll just be me and you. We can go blow for blow, fact for fact. Because what you did say is he'll end up there. That's what you did say. Oh, he'll end up there, but I disagree. Do you disagree with Toro Gatti being in there? Do you disagree with fucking Rocky Balboa being there? Uh-oh. This is why we don't fucks with you. And this is why we don't need you. And this is why we got our own. Bitch ass.
Drew, can I just turn this into a positive? Did you see the photograph the other day published of Deontay Wilder and his elegant lady wife walking in New York? A wonderful, beautiful photograph. He was smiling. Could you pull it up on the screen? Because I know it'll make my day and it'll make everyone else's day. It's the latest publicity shot of Deontay Wilder in New York with his wonderful, elegant lady wife. They're walking in New York. It came up the other day and it gave me a wonderful lift. It was a wonderful, beautiful photograph. Do you know the one I mean?
Let me see if I can find it. There's a billion pictures of him.
No. It's one that's been in the last couple of days. I'm sure someone in the chat will know where it is. It came up on Twitter of Deontay Wilder and his lovely, elegant lady wife. They were walking in New York, and Deontay had the most beautiful.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I know where to get it. Let me see.
An incredible. It was a lovely, positive, wonderful photograph.
Yeah, he was with Telly. Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah, Mrs. Wilder. He was with his wife.
Yep. I got it.
Very elegant lady.
Yeah. That's it.
Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh no, it weren't that one. No, it was. No. It was a newer one than that, I think, or it might have been a different one. But they were in New York walking. Right, but
it's on his IG. Hold on, I'll find it. It's on his IG. Okay.
But it was an incredibly inspiring photograph. It just showed the humility, like of Mr. and Mrs. Wilder walking in New York. You know what I mean? It really was. And I just thought it would be a lovely antithesis of all the negativity we've been talking of today.
Let me see. Is it this one?
There it is. There it is. That's it. Look at that. Look at that beautiful image. Come on, everybody. Look at that. Is that not inspiring? Right? Does that not make you feel good? Hey, what a lovely thing to see. Honestly, when I saw that, honestly, I was so happy. It gave me an absolute natural lift to see that. It inspired me that the human race actually is a good thing. Wonderful. What a lovely photograph. Look at that.
Man, how could you not like this guy? You know what I'm saying?
The pair of them, look at them, honestly. I'll tell you what, they look like royalty. Like they look like American royalty. Look at the pair of them. Look, honestly. Oozing humility. You know, they're thankful every moment. Look at that.
I'm trying to pull up something else too, right? Because I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the alternative, man. The alternative, man. What America identifies with, as opposed to what we have. Let me just pull this up right here. I'm gonna show y'all the alternative, y'all. This is uploading. This or Neanderthal Nights. It's gonna take a second. Unbelievable, man. Meanwhile, watch this, y'all.
And you're saying about obviously when you went over by the Klitschko with the waters and stuff like that was very, how did you guys think of the idea of that when you was going there, that you needed to bring your own water and food and stuff like that? Did you like?
No boxing. We know what goes on behind the scenes. So yeah, it's a dangerous sport. People want to win, they'll do anything to win.
So he's allowed to say that with Klitschko. He's allowed to say, yo, I got to watch my water. But there's no cheating in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Look.
Yeah, and don't forget as well. Yeah, look, this one. Look
at that.
Look, where did you get it from? Look. Oh, no.
Look at that. Y'all see that? But there's no cheating in boxing. I mean, for real? Yeah, it didn't happen. Or what's the toxicology report? We always got to go above and beyond to prove our point. I mean, come on. What the fuck? Are you serious? Are y'all serious?
And also the other day, I put the formula for methamphetamine, which is soluble in water, because that is what I believe Tyson Fury was taking. Did you not see the comment I wrote?
Yeah, I did. I was wondering what the fuck that was. That's what that was?
Yeah, it's a formula for methamphetamine, and if you notice, it said it's soluble in water. So if that is in his water bottle during the fight with Deontay Wilder, methamphetamine's got a time release. So he takes a gulp, he'll get a lift. He takes a gulp, he'll get a lift. That's why he got up in the 11th round, because I believe he was on methamphetamine soluble in water and was drinking it through the water. That is what I personally believe. I've got no evidence, but that's what I believe, why he managed to have superhuman strength to get up. It was methamphetamine soluble in water.
Neander. Y'all remember that when he was kicking? He's throwing a fucking karate kick at the goddamn car. Y'all remember that? He was throwing a fucking karate kick at the car. He was drunk in public, man. Y'all remember that shit? That shit crazy. I got a shorter clip of that, but I was wondering why that shit was taking so long to upload. But this is where we at, y'all. This is where we at. You understand? I mean, look. You're calling us crazy because y'all think y'all got the outcome that y'all wanted. Y'all think y'all got the outcome that y'all wanted. But what I keep telling y'all, this shit is not over. It's not over, man. It's not over.
No,
y'all gonna see.
It's like the Carpenters song. It's only just begun. It has only just begun.
It's only just begun. And we have all of this. Everything that we show y'all think it won't pop up in court? Yo, listen, Deontay didn't get poisoned, right? But I want you to pay attention to this clip I'm about to play. He didn't get poisoned, and what it don't happen, and you know it can't happen, and y'all are just mad because he lost, and all this other raggedy shit. All of you foul ass, punk ass, bitch ass, stateside, fuck all. Man, I'll slap the fuck out of every last one of y'all. Dead ass.
No, that's been in here. Have you had that on you the whole time? No, have you had it on you the whole time? Are you sure? Yeah.
Can you explain the uppercut?
Have you had that on you the whole time? Have you had that on you the whole time? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Are you sure? Are you sure?
And I'll keep lying. I promise.
But we're crazy. We're crazy to believe that something like that happened. Yo, look, man, this be the motherfuckers trying to tell us. This be the motherfuckers trying to tell us right here in America that Deontay get cheated. These be the motherfuckers on the keyboard.
Such a small fat.
Yeah.
You fucking fat, nasty chumps.
Please don't do that again, Drew, without warning me. Honestly, put me off my cornflakes. What was that? Was that jabbing up from Star Wars? What was it? I don't want to see it again. Please don't play it again. I'll have nightmares.
Salute to Josiah Matthews in the super chat. He said, "This is just to say thank you, Drew and Art, my UK brother." Salute, Josiah. Salute, bro.
Honestly, I've never seen nothing like it. Here, do you think he could have had Jimmy Hoffa hidden underneath him? Honestly, what was that?
Don't be the motherfuckers hide behind icons, right? Typing all kinds of shit how it's impossible. And he should have got a toxicology report and blah, blah, blah. Those are the motherfuckers. That's how they look. I promise you. I promise you. That's how they look. That's why they hide. And they do show up they got about 2 seats at a fucking fight. Because they can't fit in one. Y'all got my tickets, I got 2. Why you get 2? You ain't got no girl. You ain't got no friends. Yeah, you know, I need 2. Yeah, you fat ass. You nasty fuck. Those be the motherfuckers typing hard. They got 40 accounts. They got time. They're so fat they can't leave the house. They're frying chicken in their bedroom. Yes. Mr. Fitzsimmons, please. Please be in Brooklyn. I have questions. I got questions. I got questions, dude. Do not run from me. See, you look like you're in a little bit of shape. A little bit of shape. Don't run. I just want to talk. I dead ass. I just want to talk. I got questions for you in that bullshit article. You sack of shit. Fucking nasty ass. Yo, look, man. Hey, Art, when I walked up on Dan Raphael, I heard this theme. I didn't know he could run that fast. That motherfucker, he was walking around himself, the motherfucker. You ever saw a goddamn walrus out the water? That's how Dan Raphael looked. I said, yo, he's boogieing. Look at him. Look at this motherfucker. Wearing out the rubber from his goddamn New Balance. You know, he had the extra wide New Balance. And the fat was coming over the side of the goddamn... Y'all know what I'm talking about. It was fucking ridiculous.
Drew, what we're seeing now is as the tide goes out, we're starting to see who's naked. We're starting to see that these are not journalists. All they are is propaganda mongers with their own agenda. And they hide their own personal racism in a covert way. I mean, have a look at that. I mean, what's all that about, honestly? Hero, dear. Good grief.
That's the Thanksgiving Day parade. And there's Barney in the back, and, you know, got Dan Raphael right there. Man, fuck these guys. You undermined our support. You undermined our dollar. You undermined our athletes. We will undermine you. We will undermine you. That was the most disrespectful fucking article I've ever read on any fighter. And there was a lot of fighters historically you could have disrespected freely. And rightfully so. In Conor Benn, in this situation, I want to know, did Fitzsimmons have the same fire for Conor Benn popping dirty? And now we're finding out he did it again last year. I want to know. Somebody reach out. No, I'm going to reach out to Chris Van Heerden. Chris Van Heerden, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you before Sunday, if possible. All right, because you was the latest victim back in April. You fought Conor Benn, and he stopped you. Right hand to the head. Now I'm wondering, was it clean, brother? I want to talk to you, bro. I want to talk to you. Salute to Josiah Matthews back in that super chat. He said, at work, let me see the 8 videos. Oh, yeah, we're going to play that on the way out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to play that on the way out because the monkeys will be in full effect. Cairo, salute. He said, Cairo, what'd he say? He said, you heard Big Baby Miller video about Eddie? No, I didn't. There's a video. When he put the link in there.
Oh, yeah, don't forget, Drew, as well. What about that tweet I sent you that Eddie Hearn wrote in 2012 when he said anyone who tests positive for drugs twice should be banned for life? I sent it to you on your Instagram. Put it up on the screen. Put it up on the screen.
Let's do that.
Because that is Eddie Hearn speaking a decade ago. Anyone who...
Look at this.
Oh, no, not that one. Not that one. It's
one?
Yeah, it's the one with from Eddie Hearn. One with Eddie Hearn, where I sent it to you. Go up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. That's it. Up, keep going. Up further, up further. Further. Is it that one there? Yeah, is that one there? Is it Eddie Hearn? That one there. That's it. 2000. That's it. Blow it up. 2012. That is August the 5th, 2012. Eddie Hearn.
See that? It says, any athlete that tests positive twice should be banned for life, in my opinion. That's August. What year was that?
2012.
2012. Listen, man, it's dangerous when you put shit out here. It's dangerous. You got to be responsible.
The internet never forget.
Dave just put a video up about Big Baby going in on Eddie Hearn. But guess what? The night that I met Big Baby Miller, that was at the Devin Haney fight. Later on that night, I didn't see it. When I went home, I saw it. He was hugged up with Eddie. Told me, "Yo, I want to come home." That happened. I was like, "Oh shit, okay. I get if he can get it back at the zone, go get your money." Yo, yeah, Callie. He said the same thing about Jarrell Miller too. But now he recently did a video about he was shitting on her. Word. Look at Roger trolling. He said Eddie didn't say that he was. Yeah, he'll claim it. Yo, I'm telling you, like that's why I played the video early, so y'all could see. And here's the funny part. It was 2 weeks. Blue Blood asked him, you know, what's up with the Wilder situation? He said, let's see a contract. Let's see proof of funds. You know, I'm supposed to believe a guy from Alabama, blah, 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 blah. 2 weeks later, he's talking to the same guy. Hey, Eddie, I know we all look alike. And then you tell the same guy, I never asked to see proof of funds? What the fuck? And that was, guess what? One interview was on Blue Blood's channel. The other one, the second one, that was from IFL. I was like, wait a minute. And I went back. I pulled up 2 windows. I said, wait a minute. Did he misspeak? I watched that. I compared it for an hour. I said, no, he's lying. He's lying. And here we are. That's why I put that video together. And we all laughed at him. And the sad part is, there's some people that love that guy so, like, such unconditional love. He didn't mean that. What the fuck? Yo, listen, look, I know we're from different sides of the pond, but we do speak English over here. I understood what the fuck he said. That's a joke. Like my brother, when he used to date a chick that lived in the UK, and he asked somebody for directions and he didn't understand. And he said, yo, man, I'm American. I don't speak English. It was the funniest goddamn thing. You know what I mean? But goddamn. But listen, man, I'm going to bring this to a close. I got to get ready to go to the plantation. Speaking of work. Art Hostage, man, it's always a pleasure, man. Thank you for bringing light to a lot of this situation, man. Much love and appreciation, man. Y'all already know. Go sub the Art Hostage, man. He got the skinny on all of this shit.
Yeah, well, Drew, I'm going live at 1 p.m. your time. 1 p.m. your time, 6 p.m. UK time today. I'm going live. But honestly, Drew, and to all of the chat and all of the family, right, the pleasure is always mine. It's an honor and a pleasure.
Definitely, man. Much love and appreciation to you. Much love and appreciation to everybody. And on request, hey, man, you know, salute to the monkeys. Art Hostage, real talk, brother. Bronx on deck. I'll see y'all soon. It's fight week.
Yeah, go on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Better than that!
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.